Hello, my name is Jimmy and welcome to the 2020 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Eco Diesel. This, well, isn't super special if you're just looking at the outside. It looks like any other Jeep Wrangler, but it has a very special heart, that diesel motor that's underneath. It's, well, super exciting because that engine is the exact same as the one that's in the Ram 1500. It's a 3-liter V6. It makes 260 horsepower and 442 pound-feet of torque. All of that power goes through an 8-speed automatic to all 4 wheels, a part-time 4-wheel drive system, and gets you 0 to 60 miles per hour in 6.7 seconds. You can even get to a quarter mile in 15.2 at 89 miles per hour. No, it's not blazingly quick, but it's fast enough. And before the new 4xe, the plug-in electrical hybrid version of the Jeep Wrangler comes, this is the quickest Wrangler that you can buy. From the factory anyways. I know there's people that stick V8s in them, but from factory. As said, this is the eco diesel version of the Jeep Wrangler, and that's what makes this specific press vehicle just so special. It's actually a very good pairing because it has a huge amount of torque, globs of it. From 1400 RPM to 2800, it makes peak torque, 442 pound-feet at very low RPMs. And it makes peak boost at 32 pounds. 32 pounds of boost. And when you let off, you hear that amazing wastegate. It's just it's the perfect turbo diesel sound. And of course, because it is a diesel engine, you get that beautiful chatter from a diesel motor. Some may not like it, some may love it. If you're used to the diesel chatter on an old Cummins, this is very similar. They try to put in a little bit more sound deadening on this vehicle just to isolate it, but you definitely still hear it. You're literally rolling in a box on wheels. There's tons of road noise, tire noise, wind noise. Yeah, a little bit of engine noise isn't gonna be a great deal. But one of the biggest things is just how heavy this is. It's 4,863 pounds. It's no featherweight. And because of the weight, they have to make the suspension stiffer as well. But we'll get to that a little bit later. Let's talk about its looks. I love how the current Jeep lineup looks. I mean, yeah, there isn't a huge amount of changes in the, well, bazillion years that it's been out, but it still looks great. I just love how utilitarian the vehicle looks. Sure, the new Bronco, that looks amazing as well, but this is kind of the original, right? You have the straight up windows, the removable doors, removable roof, and even glass in the back that you can completely take off to strip out. It's not super easy to do. On this particular example, it is the Sahara, and it's the top trim with all the options that you really can spec out. And it comes with a pretty decent price point. But on the front end, I got LED headlights, LED fog lights. On the side, I got lovely 18-inch wheels with all-terrain tires. And from the side, you can really see the Sky one-touch power top. It's a $4,000 option, but it's super cool. One press, and it's like a convertible. It retracts all the way past the second row. So you let plenty of sunlight and air and everything into the cabin. It's great if it wasn't 8 degrees right now, Celsius, because it's just a little too cold. I'm gonna keep this top on for now. But what's nice with this top is those back windows, you can actually take them off. It's super easy. There's 2 clips on top and it just slides right out. And you can have the liftgate open, so it's kind of like the mullet mode. Because in the front, well, you have glass, you have a decently good cabin, it's, well, cocooned. And on the back, well, you have open windows and doors, so it's kind of like a mullet. But that's just what I think. On the back end, I got LED taillights, and because there's LED taillights on here, I also have blind spot monitoring, which is a very nice feature to have. Opening up the trunk, it's a decent size. There's a little bit of space underneath, but one thing to note, unlike a lot of SUVs, there's this bar that's here on the sides that does take up a little bit of space. But what's nice is those rear seats do fold forward, so you're able to maximize your cargo capacity if you like. Moving to those rear seats, they're actually really comfortable. They don't have like a reclining function or anything like that, but they're still a really nice place to be. Plenty of headroom, plenty of legroom. And on this specific trim, I have USB ports as well as a 110 outlet, so I can plug in, I don't know, a kettle, whatever I want when I'm outside doing whatever I want to do, overlanding or whatever it may be. As for the front seats, as this is the Sahara, I do have leather seating surfaces. They are heated, not cooled, as well as not electrically operated, which is kind of a downer when this is the price that it's at. And I'll tell you the price later because it's a little shocking. But they did it that way because the seats, well, it has to be manual, because if it's electrical, well, there's just things to go wrong, especially in this very water resistant cabin. And yeah, the stuff that's on the dash here, it is water resistant. So it's designed for you to have the top down and get rained on and it'll be fine. There's even a little gasket around like little areas like the screen to make sure that water doesn't just inject itself and completely destroy the system itself. Speaking of the dash, everything is upright. It's very, very different than other vehicles that you've seen. But it's a very nice place to be. The leather steering wheels is great. It's heated as well. The dash, well, while looking a little different, it works great. Infotainment system is very easy to use. This is the upgraded 8.4-inch system. It has Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and it even has an off-road app. I love the little animation that it shows. Below, a dedicated climate control with physical buttons everywhere. Love that about it. And then under that, I have my power window switches, my USB ports, which is hidden by a little cover, just to make sure they stay protected. And of course, on the console itself, I have my shifter, as well as my four-wheel drive selector. And because of what's underneath the hood, this is a part-time system only. So on days like today, where it's actually decently nice and dry, you cannot use it on four-wheel drive, or else, well, there may be some mechanical carnage. But let's go back to the engine. As said, this is the Eco Diesel motor, so it's a 3-liter V6 diesel. You still can get a 2-liter 4-cylinder, as well as Pentastar options. There's also an e-torque option, which helps with that initial torque, so when you're starting out, it actually does help, well, the vehicle get off the line. Next year, like I said, there's going to be the 4xe option, and that's going to be the most powerful Wrangler yet. That's going to get a pack of batteries underneath the rear seats to help with its pure electrical range. It's going to be kind of cool to have a silent Wrangler. Definitely going to be the most efficient Wrangler of them all. But for now, this is the king. In terms of how it drives, well, it's a recirculating ball steering. It's not rack and pinion like 90% of the cars that you see on the road. If not like 98%, most cars these days are rack and pinion. And it's a lot more, well, stable. But this, it's like one of those old movies where they just like move the wheel about and does absolutely nothing. I mean, yeah, it's actually a lot better than, well, the good old days, but sometimes it's a little bit scary. And you still have live axles on front and rear. So yeah, the ride isn't the best. But who's buying a Wrangler because it's comfortable? You're buying a Wrangler because you want to go off-road. You want to have fun. You want to go out for adventures. And that's exactly what the Wrangler is built for. But how much are you willing to pay for it? So the diesel motor here, that engine, you have to get it with the automatic. You cannot get a manual. And the engine option alone, that's $4,500. $1,500 for the automatic, $4,000 for this roof. This is not a cheap vehicle by any means. As equipped, this is 70,000 Canadian dollars. That's a lot of money for a Jeep Wrangler. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of good stuff on here. The radar guided cruise control works great, but because of the steering, there's no lane keep. I mean, a $30,000 Corolla has lane keep assist. This doesn't, and it's $70,000. But your Corolla's not going to take you to anywhere you want to go. This will. And I guess that's really the overall aspect of it, right? You're buying a Wrangler, you're buying a Jeep because you want to go for adventures. It's going to take you to places that you never thought were possible. And that's really the gist of it. If you're interested in the Foreigner review, I have one of that up here, so you can take a look at that. Maybe it's something that you're looking into. This, or the Foreigner, Well, if you're a Jeep fan, if you're watching this video because you love Jeeps, there's no way you're going to be buying a 4Runner. Jeep fans stay loyal to Jeeps. Same thing with 4Runner guys. They stay loyal to the brand and they'll keep buying the next iteration. I honestly can't say which is better. It just comes down to what's your needs. In any case, thank you so much for watching this video. Like the video if you do, subscribe if you want to see more. And yeah, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below and we'll catch you next time. Take care.